Hello everybody, and thank you for tuning in to another Starcraft 2 broadcast. My name is aNuNeiv, and today we're going to watch a Zerg versus Terran on the map Xel'Naga Caverns, very popular map indeed. We have down here in the bottom left the Zerg player aNuNeiv, I suppose that's how you pronounce it. This is from the Asian server, and his opponent is going to be none other than NEXSoraAoi of Team Nex. So if you haven't seen the earlier 2v2 that I cast, make sure you go to my channel and watch that before you watch this game, because we're going to be looking at this player a good bit, seeing how he plays in a 1 versus 1 environment. I'm kind of looking forward to it, actually, because I don't want to give any spoilers, but the first game that I saw this player in was really impressive. Really handled himself very well, and so I'm looking to see what he brings to the table for 1 versus 1 matchups. Like I said earlier, the map is Xel'Naga Caverns, and you can already see that main base area is rather large. Also does have a natural expansion right down here, which does have 4 entry points. You can see 4 of them right there. One of them is, of course, blocked off by destructible debris. SCV is going out to head down to the southwestern portion of the map to scout out his opponent. Now, looking right here, he is just pumping out a ton of SCVs. When you look at that, he has 3 of them, or did have 4 of them queued up there for a moment. Definitely going to be a non-traditional build here, as we do not have a barracks going down just yet as we go into 14 supply, letting his money actually sit up. Really, the only thing I can imagine him doing at this point with this much money is looking to do an early expansion to match the Zerg opponent, which you can see right here. There's an SCV scouting around. He knows exactly what is going on. Drone heading up as well. Sure enough, there's a command center. I like this positioning right here. You know, at first glance, this is just kind of a depot. You may think he's going to drop down a building here or here, but so far he's just dropped down a command center right here, and it looks like he's going to drop something else right here just before the drone comes in. Oh, nice! Right at the last second, drone was not able to path up there automatically, so aNuNeiv is having to manually bring his drone up there. Going to try to punch around just a little bit, maybe even go for the SCV, which is vulnerable right now. Probably won't be... Nope, looks like he is going to go back there. Good stuff. So Zerg is getting an expansion. Like I said, you can see it's about 3/4 complete. Spawning pool is on the way as well. Overlord and a couple more drones. SCV is hanging out down here. I'm guessing he's probably just going to send him back in later to scout, as this drone's still trying to do what he can, but, you know, the barracks is almost complete. The SCV is taking a little bit of damage, but I don't think it's going to matter. By the time the barracks is done, SCV will be good to go. And there it goes. All right. Orbital Command is now on the way for Sora. So this is kind of an interesting build here. We'll have to see if he builds an Orbital Command before lifts it off, or maybe he's going to throw down some SCVs in his base and really go a heavy mineral build, which you would assume he's going to do because he has not capped either geyser yet. Looking at the Zerg opponent, you can see he has matched, has not gathered his gas either. Probably going to be looking to get some Zerglings on the map relatively soon here, wants to try to assert a little bit of map control. Obviously, the Terran and the Zerg are both going to have relatively small armies here to start. Although once Sora is able to get up with this expansion, man, I'll tell you what, he's going to have some crazy options available to him, as he is capping both of his geysers as we speak. Zerg is capping one as well, just went up a second ago. Obviously won't have speedlings for just a little while, but we'll have to see what happens here as a third barracks is going down. Not producing SCVs, and this is kind of interesting. He's summoned 1 mule so far, but he's saving up his energy right here on this one. Now, this has to be something that he's doing on purpose. Now, let's watch and see in the next couple minutes what actually his plan is for this. As a couple Zerglings are just keeping an eye on the ramp. SCV is going to go running around the back entrance, actually, to this expansion. He's dropping another command center. Zerg is actually looking to match that with his own, dropped just seconds before this one went down. Obviously, the Zerg wants to stay 1 base up on his opponent. However, Sora likely knows that this is going to be the plan for the Zerg, as that is fairly typical. So he's looking to match it, maybe looking to make a strong mid-game push. A couple Marines are heading out here. Obviously, that Zergling was just a scout meant to keep an eye on the Terran base, and the natural specifically. Right now, he's just using this command center, just holding it here. You can see he does have a rally point for SCVs to be built. 1 tech lab has dropped down. We do have stim packs on the way, as we have a 4th barracks. Reactor as well. Nothing on this one just yet. Obviously, this one's just about halfway complete. Not expecting any attachments on that one just yet. But we do have the second gas refinery claimed for the Zerg player. Still sitting on the low-tier units right now, just looking to get some Zerglings out. He does have Zergling speed on the way, building 14 of them right now. You can see they're popping very slowly. Third gas is being capped as well here. So right now, this is just a very economic game. The command center is moving out for Sora, so he will be looking to solidify this position down here. Maybe throw down some bunkers, since obviously he's going a very marine-heavy build. Look at that, another reactor going down. You can see at this point in the game, we're about 7, almost 8 minutes in. The Zerg player obviously has a higher population count. Let's look and see the drones. 45 to 25. That is a huge difference right there. You can see this expansion is full on, good to go. Also, Melee 1 is on the way for the Zerglings. So he may be looking to do an attack here in a little bit. When that's done, we'll keep an eye on that. One bunker is dropping down at the base of the ramp. I do like the positioning here, able to shoot anything coming in right here, and also anything that decides to run past the ramp here, since obviously the top of the ramp is not blocked off anymore. Sora definitely looking to produce some Marines now, as he does have 6 of them on the way. Obviously, he does have, well, it looks like that one's not training 2, but that one, it was training 1 a minute ago. So far, what I've seen is, whoa, that's a lot of mules right there, ladies and gentlemen, and also a good call on the planetary fortress right there. He knows his opponent really isn't going to have too much in the way of heavy-hitting units, most likely some Zerglings. So what he's got here is pretty much a base that cannot be touched, at least for the short term. Obviously, with these Banelings coming in, they will be a little bit more of a threat to the mineral lines. Sora throwing down a third bunker as well here, keeping, doesn't have any upgrades just yet. You can see Weapons 1 is on the way. Stim pack's already completed. Combat Shield is on the way. That'll give the Marines 10 more hit points. Now, that's actually a crucial upgrade versus Zerg, because what happens is when you stim your Marines, you know, you're dropping down from 45 to 35 hit points. And that, for a Marine without the Combat Shield upgrade, is going to be a guaranteed one-shot from a Baneling. However, if you've got that shield upgrade, you can stim once and still take 2 shots from a Baneling to kill that Marine. So that is just such a critical upgrade if you're going to be going this Marine heavy build, which apparently Sora is just, I guess he caught wind of the guy on Team Liquid who was looking to do that only Marines brutal run for the campaign. I guess, man, I'll tell you what, this is certainly a very entertaining build. It remains to be seen how effective it is. Certainly was pretty good in that 2 versus 2, but that was kind of interesting circumstances. You know, he really had to cover for his teammate there. Spire just about complete. I like Mutalisks on this map, and it'll be very interesting to see how it plays out against this particular build, because obviously Marines are very powerful against Mutas, very powerful against Zerglings if microed and basically in the right situations, but Mutas definitely have that mobility, and this is a rather large map here. So, you know, some Muta harassment in the mineral line, basically just outrun the Marines and you won't ever have to deal with them. And you could take out your opponent really just by avoiding their army. That might be what the Zerg player's plan is right now, as Sora does have control of the Watchtower. May actually look to kill that creep tumor there. Good job. Expansion will be going down at the high yield in just a moment. Looks like Terran will not find that out, however, as the Zerg player moves his army over into position down here at the base of the ramp. Very good idea. He knows the Marines are heading over to the right, wants to get in position. Here comes the surround from the Zerglings. Stim pack has been hit. Micro is going down, but oh my god, these Banelings are getting in here and smash right over the Marine army as the Zerg does run back to base for its victory drink. First major battle of the game has taken place. Weapons 1 was complete. That definitely helped out as well. You can see how that affects the damage there. 39 damage now. So still not quite where it needs to be to bring down a Marine with Combat Shield in 1 hit, but nonetheless a definite upgrade as Sora looks to put more pressure possibly on this expansion once again, which, you know, he may get a free Queen kill here, or he may just decide to go right back around and go for the expansion. I'm really looking to see how this works in the late game, actually. It's very obvious that Sora is going to be going Marines for the long haul. You know, he's got the Armor 1 on the way. He obviously has the Armory up so he can continue getting the upgrades for the Marines in the late game. And, you know, he's got all the upgrades, the Stim packs, the Combat Shields, and the sheer number of reactors. Look at that. He's even building 2 more. So he is really looking to press this Marine tactic hard on his opponent. This expansion's still looking pretty good. We can take a look at the worker count now. 62 to 66. Obviously, Sora is sitting pretty good with the help of the mules there. Almost 2k minerals per minute. However, the Zerg player is definitely working on getting as much gas as possible here, as he is throwing down another hatchery. Weapons 1 for the aerial units are on the way, as well as the Overlord speed upgrade. You can see that right there. Marines are going to be heading back here. Looks like not too much action at this point. We're going to get ready to have a bunch of it, though, as a good number of Mutalisks are maybe heading into the Marine or the Terran main base. Nope, looks like they're going to double back for a second there. Don't really have any other attacks going on at this point. Marines are moving out with 1 medevac. Looks like I bet they're feeling ballsy right now. Oh, but there's the Queen trying to take some shots at the medevac. Obviously, the Queen is going to be running very quickly. Zerg is mobilizing their forces right there, going to be making a move on the Marines. And will this expansion go down? I think it will. Yes, the Marines do burst it down just before exploding. Oh, wow. Obviously, Sora bringing back the 1 medevac. The one survivor of that fight was the medevac. The Metas just really did not want to bother. I think the Zerg player actually knows this expansion is here. That dropship was not very productive in whatever it was hoping to do there. And he does know this expansion's here, so he's going to be looking to make a play at it. There goes the first missile turret, and there's only 2 more. So this expansion is in a lot of trouble. He just dropped 4 mules a minute ago. Obviously, he has gotten a majority of the minerals from those mules, what they can do on their timer, but this expansion just cannot do anything with it at all. Nice save there by Sora, lifting off those Marines at the last second, before the Zerglings and Banelings were able to finish him off there. So this expansion's gone, and the Zerg player is dropping creep down here. Might be looking to move the Overlord more right here to prevent, or delay rather, Sora's expansion from going up again. We see there are more medevacs on the way as well. Looking at the bases right now, I'll tell you what, Terran player's in a little bit of trouble when you look at it from an economy standpoint. He doesn't have his high yield. He doesn't have this this third base right here. He lost this base. And right now, Zerg sitting on 168. Let's just take a quick look at the army size. You can see 168 to 137, as the Metas do try to go into the mineral line for the natural. However, the Marines are in a very good position to stop that. Still sitting pretty good on this expansion. Might be looking to saturate it here in just a minute, although it looks like it's going to come under assault by more Marines, which now have 2 weapons upgrade and 1 armor. Very high damage units indeed. Oh, but here comes the attack. Actually, I like this, moving the Marines forward to take some of the damage and allowing most of the army to escape. You can see that's exactly what he's trying to do right there. Meet up with some more of his friends, and now they're going to engage right there. How many of these units will they be able to take out? I think the Zerg is going to win this battle again. Oh, man, Terran might be in a lot of trouble here. All those Banelings getting ready to go right into the mineral line. Will they catch up with these SCVs? Some of them do go down. The Banelings are charging past the bunkers, blowing them up on the way. Will these SCVs go down? I think they're in a ton of trouble. Yes! Half of them go down, and maybe. They're kind of trickling down there. I'm sure those... oh, no, it looks like they're actually going to get away, but not from the Mutas. Very angry Mutas there, as the Banelings actually choose to re-engage with the Marines. Sora having lost this expansion's worth of SCVs. I'll tell you what, he is actually in a decent bit of trouble here. Economy-wise, we can see right now, look at that, 100 to 2,000. Zerg is very happy with himself right now, although Sora is able to apparently hold off this attack on the high-yield expansion. Having lost the SCV building it, he will have to bring on another one, which he is doing right there. Bunch of Zerglings maybe looking to make a move on this base. Banelings coming in as well. Here comes the attack right here. What'll happen? Sora is in a lot of trouble. He's going to try to micro away, but oh, nice pickup by Sora, saving all of his Marines at the very last second. What happened here was he kept the Zerg busy long enough for that SCV to come down here, build a command center, and then lift it off safely away. Couple more Banelings trying to do some damage here. Not going to happen, though. Obviously, the second armor is done for the Terran player as well. You can see Zerg is getting some more upgrades. Wants to get those Zerglings' attack speed upgrade. I think it's by 35%, if I remember correctly. I like how the Zerg is actually creeping up to this expansion here. Having that creep all over it will obviously delay the building of the expansion. Let's look at the income tab once more here. We'll see that the Terran player has actually caught up a little bit. Zerg fallen just because the fact this expansion is slowly running out of minerals right here, and it's still very saturated considering the actual quantity of minerals available to be had. Muta's coming up here looking to make a play. Might actually go for the reactors. It looks like that is exactly what he's going to do. One reactor is down as the Terran opponent decides to run down and counterattack with his Marines. Obviously, he's not going to be able to get up there and save the base in time, so he's going to try to force the Zerg army to engage him down here, where he will actually engage the Zerglings and the Banelings coming around here, and there goes the first half of the Marines. Second half is up here with the Medivacs, dealing with the Mutas. Look at that, man. So many Mutas, but yet they still succeed. Terran coming down here with yet more Marines. I'll tell you what, man, he is really looking to make this Marine play work. It's pretty much all he's got right now. Look at how many barracks he has. 10 barracks. Able to produce 20 Marines at a time. Well, 18 Marines at a time. Zerg has taken this expansion right here, so he will pretty much have control of most of the map, definitely over half of it. You see that the Zerg player has actually done a great job expanding his creep as well, so he can respond very quickly to Terran aggression pretty much anywhere on his half of the map. Dropship going down here. Let's see if it's going to engage this hatchery. Looks like there's a couple Marines heading out towards the western portion of the map as well. Marines are going to be shooting the hatchery. Will it go down? I'm not entirely sure. The Zerg is responding very quickly with Mutas. I think... Oh, no, but the drones are coming in here. The Marines are actually switching off, trying to kill as many drones as possible. Now switching to the Mutas. Meanwhile, over here, the Marines are trying to do a bunch of damage to the Zerglings. However, Zerg just responded too quickly to these attacks. Not really going to be very effective here. Try to get some... He's just really trying to keep some pressure on the Zerg player, man. He's using anything he's got. And there goes some more Banelings right there. Obviously, that is not going to be a fair fight. One Marine versus like 20 Banelings. I mean, come on, who really thinks that's going to win? Spine crawlers going down. This will be enough defense to hold off any sort of low to medium quantity Marine aggression here. As Sora does have this expansion pretty darn saturated here, I'd say it's good enough. Maybe looking to pull another drop. This expansion throwing down some spine crawlers as well. I do want to point out that the Zerg player is actually getting Ultralisks right now. He does have the armor upgrade on the way for them. Here comes the drop on the expansion. Let's see what's going to happen here. Marines are definitely far enough away, but this one is actually running in. Oh, nice with the drone pulling in one of the Marines already. Zerglings are actually just hiding away here, realize it's not the best position to charge. Obviously, this one Marine, very nice positioning right here. I like this. He kept this one Marine right here to keep the Zerglings from running up to the rest of them. Marines are going to maybe take down this expansion. Got it about 75%. Terran is actually delaying the reaction from the Zerg by engaging the forces in the middle of the map there. There goes the hatchery right there, as we do have a bunch of Ultras on the way. We look at how many we got. That could surely be a problem depending on how many Marines will be in the map at that point. Oh, and the Banelings roll right over the Marines, and that is going to be good night for them. Looking at the income tab, we can see once again, Terran is actually sitting pretty darn good right now. Zerg has all of these expansions. Obviously, he lost this one. But, you know, he's not able to mine off of them. So now, Sora is looking to have the upper hand here. We see the units lost tab, that he has actually lost fewer units than his opponent, both resources and quantity-wise. And at the army size right now, we see it's about even. But, you know, the Terran player has so many more minerals invested into it. We're still waiting for those Ultras to pop here. I think a few of them did. Yeah, we got 4 of them right now. But that's pretty much all he has right now. That and a couple Mutas. Terran looking to run away a little bit, it looks like. Might actually decide to go for this expansion. A couple Banelings going down, and that's not going to be enough to get in there. Oh, but the Ultras are going to be looking to come in from behind. Expansion does go down. Once again, Terran, I tell you what, man, this Marine aggression is really paying for itself. It's an interesting tactic when you think about it. Sora isn't looking to go the traditional route of kill your opponent's army, kill their base. He is relying purely on just being everywhere at once with the Marines, killing the bases, and it doesn't really matter if he loses his army to his opponents, because he just rebuilds it so darn quickly that it doesn't really matter. Marines moving to attack the natural expansion here. Ultras are actually maybe get a good half surround here. Not able to get a full surround. You can see cleave damage is going out everywhere. Marines are actually chewing through the Ultras. One. Will he transfuse it? No, he does not transfuse any of them, I don't think. There's the GG from the Zerg player. allowing Sora to take this game with Marines, bunkers, and medevacs. I'm sure this is going to piss off quite a number of Zerg players, but I just thought that this playstyle was so interesting, made for a very entertaining video, that I really wanted to just show it here. If nothing else, give you guys some crazy ideas. And like I said, I know the Zerg community is going to hate me for it, but I'm sure it's pretty entertaining nonetheless. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later.